For decades, tensions between Israel and Iran have defined the geopolitics of the Middle East. But one question lingers in whispers and headlines: why has Israel, with all its intelligence might, never struck directly at Iran's supreme leader? To understand the answer, we must look back to 1979. The Iranian Revolution swept aside the monarchy and brought Ayatollah Khomeini to power, a moment that reshaped the region. Since then, Iran's leadership has been more than political, it has been the symbol of the revolution itself. Israel's intelligence service, the Mossad, has a long history of reaching into enemy territory, from high-risk assassinations to daring sabotage missions. Israeli satellites scan Iranian skies, and covert operatives track military and political movements with precision. Yet, the supreme leader remains beyond reach. His security is a fortress within a fortress, guarded by elite forces, shielded by secrecy, and constantly on the move. Every public appearance is carefully choreographed, every location protected by layers of armed defense. This would open window for leaders to eliminate each other like Putin and Zelensky or Trump and Xi. It is not out of bound, but it now comes down to how good their defense systems are. Killing a head of state, especially one at the center of a religious revolution, would ignite a geopolitical firestorm. Iran's allies, from the Middle East to Eurasia, could be drawn into open conflict. The United Nations would be forced into emergency sessions. The global oil market could be thrown into chaos overnight. And such a precedent could tempt other world leaders from Moscow to Kiev to abandon long-standing rules of engagement, destabilizing conflicts far beyond the Middle East. For Israel, such a strike could achieve the unthinkable, but at a cost beyond calculation. Iran's streets would fill with anger and calls for revenge. Its military would mobilize at full scale. And in the age of instant communication, escalation could spiral out of control within hours. In the high-stakes game of power and survival, restraint can be as strategic as action. The supreme leader lives not because he is invincible, but because the cost of removing him might be too great for the world to bear.